I hope you can hear us well. If you have any issue in the stream, do say yes. Do tell us. I assure you we will have everything sorted before the match, but there is a 3-minute delay. So if you are talking in the chat, just expect a bit of delay for the reaction for us. Hopefully everything will go fine. I'm with Halo today. I should maybe put the name of the caster somewhere. On
Yes,
the
hi, hello. I am Halos. I am also one of the organizers for this tournament.
And I'm Moti. I'm just a regular dude. So today we are going to stream a match, the first match of the LaneSmash tournament for 2020, a match between PTSD, which is from Miller, and ASFX, who is from Cobalt. PTSD, if you're Miller, is composed of Edim, Dicty, FRMD, and Edim. So mainly VS outfits, except for FRMD, which is NC. A good team who trained a lot. They played a lot of practice matches, including yesterday, where they played against who was it? OP, I think, and it was a pretty even match. It was a good training for them, and it was on this very lane, the Tumas Ayoka lane. So they practice. Do you know a bit more about the ASFX? I haven't heard a lot about them.
AFSX has had one practice match this week. I don't think they have prepared as much as PTSD, but I do think every team has gone through all the lanes. They had multiple times to go through it, and there are a lot of. I think most of the teams have watched all the previous matches streamed to go through like what other teams do. ASFX has definitely had multiple uh, opportunities to look at what PTSD will do for this lane.
All right. Yesterday we've seen a lot of pretty even air battles between mosquitoes and the rivers. We'll see how that goes. We got the light on the continent right now. So we will see if one team dominates the air or the other. We saw also quite a lot of MBT play, which was quite interesting to control the lane. Chimney Rock and Stuba Skylands are pretty open to MBTs and Ayoka 2 and Ayoka Chemical 2 on another lower importance thing. If they play out like everyone is playing out, we should see MBTs and Thunderers at the start of the match going for the point. It's a really interesting starting base. Chimney Rock, I don't know what you think about it, but I really like it because there are a lot of entryways for Sundays and ways to push at the start. We've seen delaying tactic in the match yesterday. I don't know if you've seen that, like people not going on the point until like 2 or 3 minutes, like maybe about 2 minutes before the after the match start. I don't know if you've seen that before.
Yes, the most important thing about this lane is it starts out with a neutral base, which means it doesn't matter which team get to it first. The timer will start ticking down. There'll be four
I don't know if you have
minutes,
any issue.
and it actually just matters who will be there at the end. So we'll probably see maybe one of the teams going in there and really try to fortify themselves, and then one team try to go in and sweep them off and get the cap at the end. Um,
Again, a reminder that you should not have deployables on the next base. Don't let me see that again.
I was the ref there just pulling in. Um, so
Mm,
the thing I'm most interesting about in this match is like both teams seems to have the combined arms stuff really down. They both have decent tankers. They both have decent pilots. I'm not really sure which team are the strongest when we come to that one.
I don't know. I know PTSD are the pretty solid air group. That's for sure. I'm not 100% sure about the ground vehicles. I know that they fared pretty well against OP on the when they concentrated on the vehicles. So it will be interesting to see if they can face the ASFX team, who seems to have a few armor concentrated outfit, because I think it's a bit in their name. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's they are called armored, the AFSX forces. So I guess I hope they will have a stronger vehicle game.
Oh, definitely. If we look at how both teams with their offense play on live and how they've done in the previous matches, ASFX definitely have more a better grasp on how to do the vehicles like the tankers. But as we've seen previous for PTSD, their air group is massive. Like we've seen them pull up to 15 16 ESFs before the start, and they definitely know how to work the air on this one.
Yeah, indeed. Maybe we can, if there are a few people who are just discovering what LaneSmash is, we can maybe do a short presentation of what it is. LaneSmash is a 24 versus 24 single lane match. The lanes, depending of where they are, can be. I'm going to show the map right here. You can also enjoy the sexy transition. I hope we can hear you on that scene. We should. Can you talk a bit?
Oh yeah,
Like,
we can definitely see those
yeah.
transitions.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so we can see here on the map, there's only one lane. Rock is neutral at the start, so it means that both teams can capture it.
Just under 9 minutes remaining. Just under 9 minutes remaining.
And the goal for both teams is to capture the as many bases as possible. One capture bringing 1 point, and the team with the most points at the end of 2 rounds win the match. Of course, there can be some equalities, but it's a bracket system, so right now there's not an issue. We are playing on the Aoka and the Tumas lane, so it means like there's only one lattice. There is no multiple lattice like we can have on the Outfit Wars map, for example. And it's the planet side basic live experience, meaning that there is no restriction except per agreement between team. So apart from the right new stuff like the orbital strikes and the bastion, it should be everything like you facing on the live server. So it's the competitive experience for playing side too.
Yeah, the only thing that is banned from the organization part is all construction and smokes.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Um, that is the only bans there are. So the thing with lane smash, like what we're seeing is it's this one lane. Like the whole match can actually take place on one base. Like capping first one team caps and the other team caps, they will still give them 1 point each. So we'll see how it turns out. Like so one round is 30 minutes unless the opposing team gets down to the home base, which in this case are either of the tech plants. If any of those are capped, that will be the end of the round.
Yeah. So we can display again our beautiful streaming setup and show the PTSD roster for the match. So if you can have a look at this, this is the roster for the team. So we have, oh, I forgot DTWM in the roster. So it's FRMD people, Edim, DTWM, and Dicty. I don't know which when I forgot. We can see all the statistics. I cannot show it for the ASFX, but it's already pretty cool to have this one here. We can see the best weapon, the class they use to play, and of course their HSR and IVI scores and KDR. So it's a pretty good insight on the players who are participating. I hope you're enjoying that. Uh, Yeah, it's a pretty dense setup for the streams, but it should provide a good tournament with many matches for every team possible and matches between teams who are somewhat even level. So we should not see too much big stumps that could demotivate the team. So that should be a pretty interesting tournament. Yep. So I'm going to go back on the waiting string for the match, and so we have seen pretty interesting matches in the training and the pre-tournament matches. Did one of them like really interested you? Like a match that was particularly important for like who showed a lot of interesting thing on the few ones we had before.
So besides the two teams we have today, I think one of the most interesting matches was we have the short stack SHSK versus TM, which are two A bracket teams. We had that match, which actually ended in a draw. That was a very exciting match to watch. We also had the W Fat Winchester Flower Arrangement team, also known as W Fat versus Trit Enlightenment, I think it's called. TMNT team was also a very interesting match to watch. Two fairly experienced teams go against each other.
Yep, I've started to watch only a fair bit of the SSHK versus TM match, which was quite interesting to watch. A pretty even match, actually. That was a good show for both teams because they are both stuck in the A bracket until the B brackets are over. So they should have pretty interesting matches between both of them. And I haven't watched a lot of matches
Just
except the
under
one I
4 minutes
casted.
to match start.
So we should have. So it was not really the most
3
the
minutes,
best
30
matches. Especially
seconds.
the training was for one for TITF who actually dropped from the tournament, and another one between SHSK versus. I'm not sure. I think it was PTSD, but I'm not sure. Might be another team. So we're not really even matches, but we've seen the teams were not the best of the tournament actually try and fight against better outfits and teams. So it was quite motivating to see teams fighting each other and trying to look at what they could do against the best or better teams at least. So it was really good to see all those teams working out and training. The match is about to start. We're going to back on the map screen and the actual game. Here we're on Chimney Rock waiting for the teams to be ready. There's only 4 minutes left, so we should expect both teams to be ready. They should have pulled their vehicle. What do you expect in terms of vehicle composition for the start?
Um,
2 minutes, 30
it's a bit
seconds.
different from what each team actually bring out for this. I would expect to see at least a dozen Thunderers going to go for the point. I would also expect maybe 2 to 3 MBTs, mostly roaming around in the hills trying to get angles in there. And then I would expect to see a lot of air. I won't expect to see many people on the point until we reach like the critical 1 minute before capture time.
Yeah, we've seen PTSD yesterday go for like
2
two
minutes.
or three MBTs right before the match, and then right before the like right at the start, and at least 5 or 6 Thunderers. But what was most interesting were their maneuvers. Like they didn't stay on the main road; they went behind and they managed to kill their opponent Sundays for the back door. And it was quite interesting to have them set up slowly but surely and not take control of the point until the last 2 or last minute. But they hold they recapture the point with a good tactic on the vehicle side. We could also see a lot of ESF because the ESFs can just kill the air vehicles if they don't have enough anti-air weaponry on them. So we'll see what happens, but we will for sure see Thunder as we generally on this map. The Tumas starting team have a better chance to get their Sundays on the point building at the start because they can just speed up and easily keep the speed to get inside the base while the Hellcat team have to do U-turn. So we generally see the Tumas
1 minute to
team
match
getting
start.
into the point. Since it's only 1 minute left and we have a 3 minute delay, I think we can both go and watch a team. I'm going to go for Heyoka and see what they have at the start of the game.
Yes. Oh, I mean,
45
when I
seconds.
look at the teams, it's a bit different layout than what you would normally expect. This is gonna be interesting.
Oh yes, so I'm seeing Mag Riders,
0192. Get behind the line, please.
Mag Riders Scythes, not a lot of Scythes and not a
Half
lot
a
of Mag
minute
Riders, a
remaining.
few Thunderers. Not that many ground vehicle except for the Mag Riders, so 3 Mag Riders and mostly Liberators. Interesting. So a good squad of air and probably a squad of vehicles on the VS team for ASFX,
15,
and on the Tumas
10,
lane. Ooh,
9,
that's a lot of
8,
MBTs.
7, 6, 5,
I'm
4,
seeing 5
3,
prowlers
2,
and mostly
1.
guys.
Match start, match start.
The match
There we
is
have it.
started.
Match has started.
We are going to follow the prowlers and probably should follow the air group because they are going to face those scythe. And the Liberators are already there. The
That is a
battle is
lot of
started.
liberators from the
Yeah,
VS side.
I'm seeing
That is
4 of them.
interesting.
That's interesting. Do you think they are all gunned, like at least 2 pilots inside them?
That is a good question. I mean, with all those
Oh.
people, I don't think they will have every. I don't think it will be 2-man lips.
Oh.
See a big air battle going on. It's hard. I think TR has the take on VS right now. Does look like that. Oh, when a liberator trying to destroy one of those prowlers there.
What's happening on the point? I'm just changing the name of the team on the overlay because I missed
Still,
something.
no team has still touched the point.
Yeah, so
So it
exactly like
seems like
yesterday.
they're just.
Interesting.
It seems like they're trying to go with destroy as many air vehicles as they can, destroy all the vehicles, kind of forcing the other team to use more nanites. Because in LaneSmash, nanite conservation is what you really want to think about. Each team started out with 750 nanites because they have pre-pulled their stuff. But every time they pull, they will use the nanites, and they only regain 50 nanites every minute.
We are saying, I think that's the VS side. I need to switch to Empire colors before
And
I
now
get banned.
there we have it. Some VS people
Yep, a good
finally
squad
going
of
for the
infantry.
point.
No maxis, interestingly enough. Maybe they're going to pull them afterwards, but we're not seeing any max on the point right now, which is a good point to put maxis on. The Liberators on the tier side, I missed that one, are pounding down the infantry moving to the point, but that's not
Definitely.
enough.
But as we kind of expected, TR has taken control of the air completely. There's not that many of the VS sites left. VS gone for the point now.
And the
So
galaxy, the tier galaxy is there, so maybe they're about to drop something on the point. Let's see that, but yeah, the tier has full control of the air.
no, that galaxy only has one guy in it, so I don't think there's going to be dropping anyone.
Oh,
We do have the TR Sunday trying to push up on that. That's getting destroyed. Yeah,
let's
that
look at
Mech
the
Rider
point.
completely destroyed that Thunderer there. So right now, VS with control of the point. Not that many TR infantry people around.
Yeah, but they don't need to be on the point for now. Like, they need to set up properly before a push. That's for sure. They can have the time to set up their Sundays and start slowly killing everyone on the point, because I don't see any spawn point from VS. They probably have a cloak Sunday somewhere on the
Oh,
back of the
they
lane.
have a cloak Sunday around on the back side there. I saw that deploy earlier. Like, how many VS do we have inside the point? We have
We have a squad, I guess,
one.
with one max.
Yeah, one max and a few people inside the point. If PTSD makes a good push for that's not gonna hold for long, I think. PTSD moving up, two Thunderers now there. What is that? That is one Rep Bus and one.
The Bulldog RSR is there, trying to sneak and get a few kills, but I'm not sure if they can kill a lot of things inside the point building, as long as there are medics inside it. But the TR is setting up for the push. They have all their anti-infantry weaponry on it.
Yeah,
They
TR
don't
is
have a squad
definitely
of
pushing up
players though.
and trying to just box them in with their Bulldogs, get the screen shake and get ready for a good push. You see a TR Max coming up now. Let's see, what is he wearing? He seems like a Pounder Max there.
Do you think the VS, like, we have a squad on point, but do you think the other VS are trying to pull something out? Like, I'm seeing still 3 Mag Riders alive, trying to slowly hit the Mag Riders and the Protoss who are hiding a bit.
Yeah, I
But
think those
there's
Mac Riders are trying to take out all the armor or any Sundays coming to reinforce.
they are
Uh,
waiting. There is at least 2 Protoss waiting for them, and the Liberators and the Mosquitoes are also going to help. This is, oh, that Mag Rider is about to die.
but PTSD is taking their time. There's still 1 minute and 20 left on the timer.
Yeah,
Let's
they
see.
start to need to move quickly, but they can just redeploy inside the Sundays or and get on the point. They still have 2 Sundays there.
Yeah, they still have their Sundays there, and they still have 1 minute on the timer. There's no need for them to push in yet, but it is getting close to when we need to see that
The
push
VS
coming from the.
almost all the VS squad is on one corner. One grenade can wipe them all. That's pretty.
Yeah, yeah, but that is the corner where you want to stand. To be honest, it is the hardest part to get a grenade in there. You can't shell them from outside. That is where you want your people to stay.
Yep, those those bulldog, I'm doing a pretty scary job of
And
scaring everyone on the
45
VSD.
seconds. Like,
I don't
it
know
is
what
getting.
TR is doing. They need to push right now. Like they
Yeah,
need to
they are
have
grouping
maxis.
up now. TR's grouping up on the side. Still not ready to push in. I think TR is gonna cut it like 2 seconds to get in.
Oh, those Panda maxis are starting to show up on the rest of the VS.
Now we see TR dropping out
Oh.
of the air vehicles as well. Is it gonna be enough? I am not sure.
The TR max is dead, but the TR infantry is also wiping up
They are
everyone.
pushing in now. It is flipping to
That's
TR.
over.
That was
TR got the point at the last minute, so that's good strategy of the PTSD team to secure the surrounding of the base at first and then push for the point. Win them probably another capture right now. I don't think VS can show up in the last 15 seconds to recapture the base.
now. Let's see.
The
Do they
point.
have up? Do they have people up on the next base ready to
That's
pre-cap?
the interesting question. Aoka Chemical is not the easiest base to capture the point unlike Tumas, but it's still pretty easy to get
Yeah,
someone on point.
TR's got the vehicle terminal hacked there, but I just see a VS guy coming forward. He's destroying the vehicle terminal. But was it in time enough? Do we have any spawn points for TR up here? I don't think so.
I'm not seeing
Oh
any
yeah,
pre-cappers.
we have a TR bus placed, but it's not where I would use it. Now let's see. We have a single guy. We have Michael from PTSD, one of their ringers, pushing in. He put down a beacon. Oh, but
He's fighting on the
he got
point
destroyed
already
there by a lot
on
of
Heyoka.
VS people.
Michael tried to get inside the building, but the VS did a good job of redeploying people and rushing to the point before TR could have anyone. So at least they have a pretty good defense setup, so it's not going to be easy for PTSD to push in. However, PTSD has control of the air, so the VS are about to have a really troubling issue to
But
get reinforcement
the thing
in.
is for here, chemical, that air is not gonna matter at all because this is inside a very close space. Um, they will need to go full on ground to get in here. They do have control of the match right now, PTSD, but they have no spawn points close. They all have to go over through those bridges. They do have a Sunday placed on the northern side though, but it's still a far walk for them.
And the beacons are not going to be enough to sustain a push and get people. They only have like 3 or 4 people already. That, however, like we can just maybe wait and see because they might just use the same strategy as before, set up and secure the surrounding of the base and make sure they get everything set up before pushing.
But is that I'm not sure that was smart. That is kind of how you would attack this on live. But as soon as they let off, if they move people away from Chimney Rock, that is where VS has the opportunity to strike back at them, and they will have all their people up here. It's gonna be interesting to see
I'm not
how
seeing
both of the
any
teams.
VS. Sorry for cutting you.
No, sorry.
I'm not seeing any VS on Chinerock, and I've seen until then quite a good amount of TR on Chinerock, so I'm assuming they have at least 6 people on the point or something, ready to deny any pre-cap from the VS.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much right on that. I think VS right now has gone into full-on defense mode.
They are trying to turtle inside that building, but they don't have that much help from TR because they are pushing from every door right now, at least people on every door to get angles and kill people.
Yeah, PTSD trying to find that angle to get in there. But it is hard when a team is fully set up inside, as we see right now with AFSX. They have 24 people inside on the point. TL right now has a few people out in their prowlers. They still have people in the air. They still have people around. Which means they will try to push in on their pop, which is gonna make it very hard.
Interestingly enough, I'm seeing TR having oh wait, no, that's even now. But I've seen TR having more population on the lane than on the base than VS. Maybe that's due to observer cams. However,
Yeah, I think that's the observer.
I'm on NC, so at least hey.
We see a lot of TR grouping up on the roof there, 4 or 5 people. Probably gonna set up for a DOPS push. Let's see if they can do this coordinated. If they do a coordinated push through the DOPS and they push through one of DOPS, meaning the double doors, of course, and through the ground floor as well, that might be enough for them to push through. Now we see a Sunderer from PTSD pushing up, which gives them a spawn point a lot closer.
Oh, they have an angle on those the stairs, the big stairs, and that bulldog aggressor is doing a good job slowly pushing the VS deeper and deeper inside the base. We are seeing some TR on the doors though. That was only one dude and he's probably dead or above on the.
But
The roof.
VS is still nicely set up here. It's not.
Yeah, they're not going to be easy to dislodge, but I don't think they have a. If one guy dies and he's not being able to raise, I'm not sure he's going to be able to come back to inside the building.
No, I think you're completely right there. If they lose one of the guys and he has to push back in, that's gonna be very, very difficult. We just saw one trying to push over the bridge there, but he got destroyed completely. It's gonna be hard, but it's not impossible. Like right now, if I was VS, I would send someone to Chimney Rock and trying to get that pre-cap, get that back cap going on them.
We're seeing a few VS on Chimney Rock, so it's for sure a thing. Let's go on Chimney Rock and see if there's anything set up there, just for curiosity. We are seeing still Sandy, but no one on point, a bit no one visible. But the TR, I'm seeing even beacons, interestingly. No one here. Only a few people on the rocks watching out, maybe.
Oh, and there we have it. TR is finally pushing. They are touching the point briefly. VS has been, but VS is taking control again. They pushed off that TR push grab, and now they're trying to regain control.
Yep, we are seeing the dead bodies of the TR. There isn't much going on right now. The TR is trying to find a way to push inside, trying to pick from all doors at the same time, but it's not really working because the VS is set up in a way that the TR really need to push to get kills, and we're going to die first.
Yeah, and VS is set up pretty well inside. And they seem to have revived their fallen teammates, so they still have a lot of people inside. I count 5, 8,
Either team are using
around the full squad inside at least.
Oh, they probably have a bit more than a squad, but maybe we have a few VS trying to pull Migrators again, but I don't think they have much of a chance trying to contest the surrounding of the base. Oh, I'm seeing wait, a small stairs push, no. That's...
But TR is slowly taking away of the VS people. It's gonna be, there's fewer and fewer of the VS people inside. If TR keeps this up, I'm not sure how long VS can sustain this, but...
we're seeing a small stair push, but I think there's way enough people on the VS side to try and clear that way. The zombies are here. Oh, TR is trying to... has a hold on the server building.
There we have it. TR is pushed through the double doors. We do see a few VS people coming, trickling in behind. Small stairs. VS is still holding. This is a good hold for VS.
There's only have a few people left right now, but TR doesn't have a strong squad to push the building right now, and neither team are using maxes, interestingly enough, when a Ponder or Comet max could be really useful, especially for the VS to try and pick at the vehicle, shooting them.
Yeah, but we did see TR pull a lot of extra vehicles after the first cap, which means they probably used quite a few nanites for that. They might be conserving that for the tech plan.
We're seeing dead bodies coming out of the sky from the VS, that's weird. Maybe it was a scythe dying. We're not seeing the air battle, but I'm seeing mosquitoes being shot at from the air, so maybe there's a few scythe. Oh, I'm seeing a vehicle push from the VS, 2 Migrators, a Skyguard and a Thunder right here. And
yeah, VS are trying to take control again.
But the vehicle bridge is hacked, so they cannot get inside the base. They're trying to push the ESFs out, I think, with
we now have a guy going to see... Oh, he got killed. Where did he get killed from? Oh, I have no clue. TR trying to group up outside, see if they can push in through one of the... There we see some TR maxes. Let's see where they're gonna take these guys. Are they gonna go for a small stairs push yet? Yeah, no. Yes, now we see a TR push for the small stairs. There we have them pushing in. Let's see. This might get them the point unless VS gets some C4 or something.
Do they have engineers? That's the question. The push seems to have worked. Now they're on the point.
Yes, TR finally managed to find that hole and get their maxes in. Now they're taking control of the point. It's gonna be interesting to see if VS can
They are pushing the bridge
wear
right
down
now,
the TR now.
but they are not going to. The VS has control of the vehicle around the base now. The table have turned at the last moment. Now it's VS job to recapture the building, and they have the vehicles to shoot inside it. I'm not sure if they have anti-infantry vehicle, however, because I've seen a lot of anti-air weaponry, not really Bulldog Thunderers or any Arrows actually.
Now, so far, I think the VS vehicles have been focused on taking care of the TR vehicles, which is actually not a bad idea, because if they can destroy all their spawn points around, they still have time to push in and retake their point, and now TR won't have any spawn points left for them.
TR has excuse me, I need to cough. The TR doesn't have the luxury that VS had before, like they cannot respawn from the spawn room, so it's going to be much harder for them to come to back to the building if they die out of the reach of the medics. And I think VS has control of the roof, I assume. Oh, we still have the VS has beacons, and the roof isn't contested by anyone actually, so... Oh, the mosquitoes are back though. Okay, the Thunderers are slowly dying and the Magrudders are not being manned, so... Only one Magruder is alive and he's using his Walker to kill the
I think we have
mosquitoes.
some VS, yes, VS with a push for some maxes here, but VS, you're not grouping up enough, you need to be grouped up more. The VS coming through the tunnels, they're not pushing in through up the big stairs with their maxes. Let's see what's happening. Oh, but TR was ready for that.
Yep, I'm thinking that Maxis and the double dose seems to be pushed by the VS, but they are not managing to stay alive, so... Oh,
No, I think TR was ready for that push in there, with where VS tried to push through the tunnels and then through up the big stairs, but TR was just ready with their C4 and they got stopped right in their tracks there.
And unlike VS, is that a smoke? No, never mind, it was a Reaper thing. TR has maxes to defend, so pushing them is going to be much harder without maxes. They need to pick the engineers and the medic first, maybe at the start, but those maxes are going to be really hard to kill, especially since there's like 3 or 4 of them, 4 of them actually. Oh, the VS has, I think, a Comet max here. No,
The VS
no, AI.
pushed in through double doors. They have taken control of the first room after the double doors. Let's see if they can get those maxes.
Those C4 are doing a
good
really
C4s on those maxes, and all the TR maxes are now down. VS, oh, they still have one max left for the TR, but VS made a good push there.
They need to push right now. They need to kill the medics who are using the medic guns and not trying to...
12 minutes remaining,
oh,
12
VS
minutes
has
remaining.
Server room now. There's only one TR max alive, but he's...
this was a good push by the VS, and VS does have ground control right now, which means TR have no spawn points close. So unless the TR medics can get everyone up again, then that's a good opening for VS, and VS is actually touching the point now.
Yep, the VS have done it. Like they managed to kill all the people.
That was
TR there.
Good play by VS there, pushing in through double doors, taking control of that first room, and then using C4 to take care of those maxes. TR, I'm really not sure what TR was doing there. I think they were more concerned about the doors down from double doors and everything. It seems like there was a miscommunication there.
And TR is trying to push inside, but they don't have the numbers right now. I don't think VS is bringing in max right now, so we'll see if they manage to hold the point.
No, VS is still going just with the normal infantry, no maxes there. And TR just used a lot of resources to get those maxes in there. Let's see what's happening in the next couple of minutes. Can VS turn this around? Gonna be interesting. There's still 11 minutes remaining in the match. They have 2 minutes remaining on this timer. Then they can go back up for Chimney Rock. Still have no people there, but they don't need them yet.
Oh, there's 2 minutes before they can try and get a hold on Chimera, but the TR doesn't seem to have any spawn point except for the beacons, so it's going to be really hard for them to push.
Exactly, that was a smart pull by VS there. They pulled back, they got their vehicles in, they destroyed all the other TR vehicles, they destroyed the TR spawn points, which I talked about earlier. Like, they do that, and then they push in and push TR off the point, and then it's going to be hard for TR to push back in. That was a good play by VS.
Maybe TR is trying to prepare for push double door. I'm seeing a lot of shotguns and people on the roof, but they don't have seems to have even enough people to kill the people outside the double doors. Well, the mosquitoes are going to hit, that's for sure.
Yeah, it
They,
seemed like TR thought they had that one in the back with their maxes and everything set up, and now they're kind of strangling to figure out what we'll do next. They still have a good minute to figure out how to push back in.
the interesting question is, is TR starting to prepare for a pre-cap on Chimney Rock, because the VS can just hold the point for a minute and then move back to Chimney Rock. And TR doesn't seem to have a response in an incoming minute to try and get inside the building.
Now that is what VS should now be thinking about, getting someone up for Chimney Rock, getting someone there to just flip the point, get them some briefing room, like just flipping that point for 10 seconds, give them 10 seconds more to think, all right, what will we do now? But they might just be pulling all their resources into defending this one. I think we have another TR push coming over one. I see some maxes pulling together on one of the bridges. That's gonna be interesting to see if that's gonna be enough for them.
Where are they coming from? Oh yeah, they have a
Yeah, there we
Sunday
have them
Thunder
coming
there.
over the bridge. A
And
long
TR
walk
that
for
much
them.
close one.
VS should be ready if they have their recon darts out. We'll see.
Seeing still oh, 1 point on max at least, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure he's going to have maxes okay with the spanders. He's going to have to shoot at infantry with that. And they definitely know there's a push coming now, and those monsters are being
TR going for that
by
small stairs push again.
lashes. Oh, TR is going to push with another 3 maxes now. I'm not sure that's going to work out well for them. Chimney Rock is not being flipped right now, but it's probably going to happen at some point if TR is too slow to get from the point.
We do have VS people up there. Oh shit.
They are on the point, but at least one max is already dead. I'm seeing C4s flying around. TR seems to have control of the point room, at least. Now they are pushing the small stairs. VS has 5 people on the
7 minutes, 50
on
seconds.
the corridor, but that's not really going to work. Those EVs peeking to try and get rocket launcher shot at the
And we
max
do
is not
have
working.
VS people up at Chimney Rock. I'm gonna go over there and check while you still stay there.
The point is not flipping. They must have wait.
No, we had one guy there on the point, but he got killed.
Point is flipping on Ayaka, so it's good for TR. However, oh, the fight is so close. The VS seems to be taking control of the point. That was really close. The zombies are probably not going to fall for long.
No, and TR done the smart thing. They still have 1-2 guys left on Chimney Rock taking care of any back cap VS might try to do.
The fight for the point is quite tough, but the VS has a lot more people right now, so the push from TR did not work. Like in the end, they probably wasted more nanites from the max. It's probably going to be harder for them to do another push actually.
TR definitely wasted a lot of nanites. They also had to repull some vehicles since VS destroyed the ones they had all around. They had to pull maxes again. And I see another max push coming for TR. They are going hard for this. They want this space. They want those 2 points going into next round.
The Bulldog Harasser is working on the inside it. But I'm seeing also Viper Lightning, interestingly. The VS are falling back to the double stairs, but I think TR is ready to push on the small stairs. Indeed, it's going on right now. The maxes are inside the base, the point base, and they are shooting. Where's VS? I'm not seeing VS anywhere. See, the point is flipping. I hope VS was not caught in the middle of a redeployment to get to Chimney Rock.
I think that was exactly what happened there. I have no clue where they actually went. That's a good question.
There is only, let me check, 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, so TR still has time for this one. VS should have hold this a bit more and try and secure it.
It's
But
a really close match actually.
VS is trying to regroup now. You have a few people pushing in through small, as we saw TR do it.
VS is also pushing by the small stairs though. The TR is going back on the point right now, but it's a pretty tough battle. I'm seeing more TR inside the point though, so.
Yeah, I think we see now TR split up a bit more instead of having everyone in that small lobby up big stairs. We have seen them split up more now, getting ready for pushes from all doors. I think VS scrambling a bit. Let's see if we can find them. Let's see where they're going from.
Oh, it's VS turn to have a harasser. What kind of weapon does he have? It's
Oh
a
yeah,
Sauron.
VS is also making
Wait.
ready for another push. We see Maxis. They're gonna go through the tunnels. It's gonna
Yep.
be interesting. I think they're gonna try and do the same again, pushing in
I'm
through
seeing
door
Max
3
is going
maybe.
through the double door, so it will be going to be pushed from both double doors and the small stairs. That Max is dying really quickly, however. And I think the... Yep, they are back to be conked. They are getting inside the building. And the Max do right now, but the Founders are going to wait for the
And
VS Max.
and VS also try to pushing up top big stairs now. They are inside. They are pushing up the big stairs.
Yeah.
They are taking care of the TR. This is a good push by VS, but they also need to do it now.
They are doing a pretty good job right now. That they have maxes everywhere, but the point is solidly in the end of Tiara, so they're going to have to push and
But
kill the people
VS seems to have taken control now. They are taking care of the last tier people. TR is really dug in around the point, but we do see mostly VS, and they are flipping the point now. This was again another good push from the VS.
4 minutes remaining.
3
So-
minutes, so it could still go on, but it's going to be really hard.
There's
And
4 minutes remaining, which means with VS, if they can just get the timer to 0 now, that means no none of the teams will be able to cap anymore. TR needs to go in and flip the point now if they will have
let's see if they
any
are
chance
doing
of
that.
getting this extra point.
Oh, I'm seeing Migrator shots here, so probably not good. Yep, the Sandy is on the Sandy on the bridge is dead, so I don't know where TR is going to go for to come from, but they're coming with beacons, so only infantry. Let's see what's doing. They I think are pushing the double doors, but they're seeing a lot of dead bodies.
Yes, TR has used a lot of nanites on 3 pushes with maxes. They're gonna have to push this with infantry now. They're probably pretty nanite drained. They have to think about there's another round and not that long. They only have an 8 minute
I think
8 minute
it's over.
break
I think it's
between
over.
rounds.
There's a 40 minutes recap on the
3 minutes
on the
remaining.
base, so
3 minutes
it
remaining.
means that if the tier gets the point right now, it's going to be a 3 minute and 30-second recapture.
You're correct.
There's
The
no
first
3
round
minute
will
left, so
end
the
with
match is over. I think. The
1-0
round
to
is.
PTSD for the first round. They do not have enough time to get another point. So right now, both of the teams are probably thinking, all right, we can get some infantry kills. Doesn't really matter. Don't use any more nanites, anyone. We'll see what happens in round 2. That's going to be interesting.
So, PTSD getting 1 point, capturing Chimney Rock. They did not manage to get inside the Ayoka Chemical, which is quite hard of a base to push actually. I think it's harder to push Ayoka than to push Tumas Skyland. However, we'll see that in the second round if they manage to capture Chimney Rock again and if they manage to capture Tumas Skylands or not.
Yeah, I think TR, they had a good hold there on Hayoka at one point where they had all their maxes inside, they had the timer ticking down, there was no VS inside. Then VS was smart. They went around the base, figured out where the spawn points were, figured out, alright, if you kill those, and then we push in, then what will TR do? And it worked well for VS.
Yep, and I think they're still fighting here, but I think they figured out it's not going to work anymore. Let's kill the beacons here. Quickly, they're going to die probably with the respawn of the continent.
Oh yeah, it's still not ended though. So
Oh yeah, it wasn't called, my bad. I think both teams are ceasing fire anyway. Maybe we shouldn't have done that, but hey.
yeah, you shouldn't.
And we're seeing the Liberators moving to their next home base to just save up nanites. Interesting. Some
Yeah,
smart
so
balls here.
both teams will have to leave.
1 minute remaining. 1
And
minute
VS
remaining.
actually managed to flip Chimney Rock even though it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But that's gotta be good for the moral of the VS team for the next round.
And TR is fighting on Chimney Rock to try and recapture, but we're only seeing infantry and a few Liberators.
It's gonna be interesting
40
how
seconds
both
in the
teams
round.
will attack the next round. If you were any of the teams, what would you do for this one, Mauri?
Oh, I do not know because
30 seconds in the round.
the TR managed to get the proper setup for the capture of Chimney Rock. So if they manage to do that again, and the VS doesn't have a good strategy for the capture of it, just keeping infantry inside the point is not
15
going
seconds
to work.
left.
So they need to fight for the control of the surrounding of the base
10,
at the start.
9,
I would do
8,
what PTSD
7,
did and wait for the
6,
last minute to
5,
get the point.
4.
I do agree
3,
on that, but if I was
2,
VS, I would also think,
1.
alright, It
End
does
of
seem we
round,
have
end
the
of
stronger
round.
infantry.
Please
We,
leave the
we can
continent.
actually
The next
fight them
round will
off when
begin
they
in
try to
8
do stuff.
minutes.
So I would put even more people on that point if it was me. I'll try to put some more Sunders around because their vehicles did pretty fine actually. Their Mag Riders seem to have control, at least around Chimney Rock.
I don't know. Like I know that they at the at the start of the fight they did had a migrator shooting at the point room building. However, they were pretty far away. Like they were stuck on the Chimney Rock Road, and
Please leave the
did not
continent,
approach
everyone.
the Chimney Rock base after that. So I'm not sure they did really did a good job at the with the vehicles because TR was on the point. Was on the with their vehicles on the A points, killing everything. So I'm not sure they did a really that good of a job with their vehicle.
Now I think the Mag Riders um, did come out best, but then they started moving around and try to move up into the point, which is not where you want your mech riders. You want them up in the hills. You want them around, kind of scouting, spotting things, and destroying whatever vehicles they see coming into the point. I think that's where VS kind of went wrong trying to get them in there. It's gonna be interesting to see. Do you think any teams will change their tactics for this? Do you think they have different openers depending on which base they start at?
I'm not sure because it's going to be harder for one team to get right at the start of the run to get vehicles inside on the A point if you're starting from Tunas. But I don't think if you're starting from Aoka. But I don't think it's that hard to like it's the real thing you want to do at the start of the game. So I don't think the switch of position is going to matter a whole lot. I think the VS are going to fight a lot more for the control of the surrounding of the base. I hope, at least for them, because that's probably what they should do.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We did see TR pull a lot of MPTs at the start. I did not see them around actually when the match was going. I only saw a few MPTs from. But
The sun is not what matter because that's a sun is as you get inside the base, and that's how you make it work with the Sundies inside. The MBTs are a good way to kill the Sundies if you manage to get control of the vehicle pad and the ammo tower, because then you can get a good angle on the on inside the base. But I'm not sure that's you need to focus on MBTs because Maxis and Thunderers and RSers near the A point is working so far.
yeah,
So
I do
maybe
hope
more
we.
Comet Maxis, I don't know.
Yeah, from BS, I do hope we see them get more maxes for that initial Chimney Rock because they had no maxes. They relied completely on the infantry, and then when TR pulled up their buses, pull up that harasser there on the side with the bulldogs in, they just got shelled and shelled and shelled, and that made it easy for TR to push in at the end. I hope BS has learned from that, and we're like, all right, we can definitely hold the point, but we need to take out all those force multipliers they just put all around us because that just boxed us in completely.
We have 110 viewers. That's pretty good for our first match. People in the chat seems to be talking. We're seeing a few LaneSmash participants, JFK. We've seen also Napoleon, who used to be a LaneSmash player too, back in 2016 at least. So it's good. It's good to have the people there.
Yeah, definitely. It is also always good to see a lot of people looking at PlanetSide, compared to site. So people in the chat, who do you think will come out victorious in the second round? What would you say the two teams should do for this one?
I don't know. It's quite complicated because the PTSD team seems to have a better strategy, but they are really struggling when it's not an even playing field on the logistic side of the game. Like they had issues controlling the on Ayaka
All
Chemical
players, please
the
re-enter the
spawn
continent just
point
under
and
4
getting
minutes
people
to round start.
on the building. So for that the capture of Chimrock is really going to be the focus one, and I think they should both play a lot with Thunderers and Maxis inside them at the start to get the fight around that point and control it for the as long as possible.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I saw PTSD definitely learn from their previous matches on this base to get all that what some veterans in this game like to call cheese all around the base, and they did that pretty well for Chimney Rock. We did not see that from ASFX, but they might have learned as well from this one. Right, so the
Oh,
teams have been asked to come back to the continent now, which means they now have less than 4 minutes to get to their home base and pull the stuff they need.
yep. So they are going to have a little a bit of time to regenerate nanites and set up their composition. VS and TR probably will try something else because I know PTSD has a few. They told me that they had a few experimentation on the way, so we might see some Frankenstein stuff soon from PTSD. So it could be interesting to see what they do. Maybe they feel like this match they have the good side on it, and they will try to see what works because they got a lot of practice matches, so they probably could see like our main line strategy that we did for the first round worked out. We got 1 point. Maybe we'll try something else now. That could be interesting to see. And VS obviously has to think new and maybe rework their strategy on the fly here. So we'll see if they make something right now or not.
2 minutes to second round. 2 minutes to second round.
All right, let's get ready to start the second run on the overlay. If you have any question in the chat, I know we have a 3 minute delay, but do not hesitate to ask them. We are going to we have a small break here. It was interesting to see that neither side had the control of the ground. Like it was a pretty even battle both for on infantry and the vehicles. But I think Tia has had mosquitoes almost all the time on the in the air. Not a lot of them, and not that useful once you're in Aoka, which is a another infantry base where you need to push, and like two Islands, where the point is open to aircraft. But it would be interesting to see if the air domination on TR help them push two Islands if they get Chimney at the
1 minute
start.
to second round. 1 minute to second round.
Oh yeah, I think definitely this side favors PTSD when it comes to their air side. They will definitely have a better chance of actually pushing in. Do have some interesting stats here. We do see TR is
45
pretty
seconds.
much ahead on infantry kills on the VS.
Oh, so VS is ahead in infantry kills?
No, TR is ahead on the
TR.
infantry kills.
Oh, interesting. I would have thought that VS
Uh,
with all those
we have
spots
a
30
would.
total
seconds.
of 451 kills for the TR and a total of 339 kills for the
Oh,
VS.
interesting. That's not what I would have thought.
No, that's not what I would have thought as well, because we did see VS do really, really well on that
15 seconds.
last base.
All right,
Yeah,
let's go
VS
and look.
definitely going for another tactic
10,
here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
A
Both
lot more
teams going
Thunderous
for
from
a
VS.
completely different setup here. This is gonna be interesting.
Let's go and see TR. I'm seeing a lot of Thunderous for from VS, but I'm not seeing the TR setup right now because I'm struggling to get on them. A lot more Thunderous too. Interesting. Or actually, was it the same amount? I'm not sure, but there's quite a lot of Thunderous. 4,
But
5,
VS
and
completely
4
abandoning the air.
MBT.
We see what 5, 6 sides against that massive TR Mossy there. We think we have again up to 10 Mossies in the air.
But the knight of the second round is making for pretty good shot with the workers on the sun. He's going a good shot on the aircraft. However, I'm not sure if that's going to work against the sea of MBTs that TR is pulling out on the road. At least I'm seeing a battle between the migrators who are strafing to get a few shots. The first rower is about to die. Up, it's dead. Let's go back with the UI on.
Yeah, we have VS Sunday trying to push his way into, but he's being harassed by this light assault. Who,
The migrators
oh,
are being really aggressive. They already killed two protos, and
yeah,
the other
but
ones are
that's because
retreating.
they haven't seen that TR armor push coming in from the backside there. I see 4 TR Sundays trying to push in, probably gonna take the back entrance into Chimney Rock.
Just like
VS
last
first
match.
on the point, flipping it, but that's just one guy.
The air battle is pretty even now that there are as many sites as mosquitoes, and the anti-air weaponry of the ground vehicles on the VS side is helping the Scythe to win the battle. I'm seeing more Scythe than mosquito right now. Oh, actually no, I'm seeing the cavalries back here. The battle is pretty intense right now. It's a lot of vehicle fight. That's really good to look at. The PPA
Both
are killing.
teams seems to have set up Sundays outside. Now TR Sundays are pushing in. They're gonna try and surround this point now. Slowly pushing up. We see 3 repair buses close to each other. That is the tactic I would use as well to push in here. Don't see many maxes though.
The
Oh,
TR is lacking anti-air right now.
TR
The
Thunder
Liberator,
already
the
destroyed.
Liberator is killing the vehicles. The PPA
That
are
Liberator
helping.
is doing
And
really,
the
really,
VS
really
vehicles
good work.
are on the point. Oh, the TR is losing
And the
their
second
the Maxes
TR
are dying.
Thunder has been destroyed, and now VS is pushing up their own Thunders.
The point is flipping, but I'm not sure if what's on the point right now really matters. I'm seeing 1 powder max and a little bit of TR, but like that's like 4 infantry players.
But we have 3 VS Thunders pushed up now. That is, we see both teams have changed their tactics for this one. TR still has one Thunderer left there on the side, trying to hide it so it can't be destroyed. But VS has also surrounded the base with their own buses. Oh, that last TR Thunder is burning.
He's
It's gonna be
dying.
destroyed in a few seconds. Yeah, that's gonna be destroyed now. And then VS Thunderer gets destroyed. This is a much more intense fight for the point than we saw in the first round. Both teams just want to exert their dominance for this one.
The TR need to get back control of the air, because right now that's when they are lacking. The VS get ready to have not have control of the air. The Thunderers and the Scythe made a good job of killing the mosquitoes, and now the TR doesn't have any way to get inside the point. They don't have any Sundies. They only have a squad of infantry with 2 maxes on the point, but the VS have the luxury of having Sundy deployed, so they can respawn quite easily, and the Galaxies and Liberators and everything is slowly cleaning what's around the base.
Yes, it will definitely be interesting. TR has set themselves up inside on the point, but they do not have any help from any spawn points. They do have a single beacon up there in the rocks. But VS slowly just roaming around the base, getting ready to push in. We see some maxes pushing up.
They don't have any engineers, so yep.
And it's flipping for VS now, and there's no TR to help.
The
This is not a good push by VS.
But it's not enough, and the max is cleaning finally what's left of TR. VS managing for the good push at the 1 minute and 30 second mark. TR doesn't have, I think, a way to respawn, so it's going to be really hard for them to get inside. Maybe a Galaxy push, but probably not going to work for them.
Yeah, TR definitely needs to regroup now and then try to push in. Pushing in from this stealth Sunday in the back is not the way you want to go, TR, with your maxes. I don't think you have time to get in there. There's 1 minute remaining. TR is trying to make a push with the rocks, trying to follow those. They have to go all the way through that entrance.
And Mag Riders are going to do pretty hard stuff on the pretty not safe for work stuff on the infantry coming here. The PPA, oh, the PPA is shooting those maxes. It's not going to be good for them. I'm already seeing one of their maxes midlife, and oh, that's not good to see.
Definitely a strong start from the VS. Much more control, and now TR is pushing up. They do have their maxes there, but it is being shelled by those PPA, and VS set up good inside, and they do have that Thunder on the side as well.
In 20 seconds, that's not going to work, and the VS has Galaxy and
that Galaxy is blocking the way, so they can't.
Oh, the max are on the point, but they are losing the battle right now.
It is flipping. There is TR inside.
Oh my god, TR has done it. Their push worked.
TR has pushed inside. They are resting their people.
The point is flipping back to VS. And VS is spawning back much more quickly because of the Galaxy and the Thunder.
VS taking control again. There's not many TR people left. I think this is gonna be a cap for the VS, but nice last minute try there from the TR.
Oh, and let's see if Ayuka Chemical is being flipped or not, or if TR is preparing for a push right now, but I don't think they are. Let's see what's happening.
We do have a few VS people up here, but it is not flipping yet. We have a single VS guy trying to push inside now, but there's a lot of TR people inside.
TR is rushing the point right now. I don't think VS has more than a few pre-cappers getting ready for the point. And yep, TR is on the point right now, so that pre-capper is not going to work. So now it's the exact opposite of the previous round. Let's see how VS managed to push the base, or if TR managed to get a cap back on Chimera. 1-1, the match is even now.
Yes, it's definitely a surprising opening from both teams, and VS coming out really strong on that. That was very nice adaptation from the VS team. That is what we would like to see.
And quite interestingly enough, the Liberators did a really big job killing the Thunderers with their anti-vehicle nose gun. I'm missing the name right now, but it's it's got a pretty good angle on the Thunderers, and it just wrecked them in like a few seconds.
Yes, we did definitely see VS coming out stronger both on the air front. PTSD did have a lot of muscles in the air, but they seem to go for the air versus air battles, whereas the VS air kind of went for destroying those Sundies, so that their own Sundies could push up.
The Mosquito seems to be in control of the air right now. I'm seeing a Scythe running away, and the Mosquito shooting at the infantry and the vehicles of the VS.
But this is definitely going to be interesting because the match also opens now. PTSD can, with a push for Chimney Rock, actually come back and steal this one with a 2-1 win. We've seen both teams being able to capture Chimney Rock, but both teams stagnating when you come to Chemical. That's going to be interesting to see how they're going to.
The VS Sundies is being killed by the Mosquito, so VS will not have a good push out of the bridge. I'm not seeing VS having a good way to push right now. Ayuka Chemical is much harder to push than last I seen, because when the teams are pretty even, getting control of the surrounding of the base is quite important to push. So you cannot manage to get a good amount of people on the ground to push and vehicles to control and a few aircraft. That's going to lack population to push the building maybe.
Both teams seems to be trying to use the bridges and park their Sundies behind these bridges, then walk over it, which is probably. I mean, it definitely works when you're alive, but when you're in LaneSmash, you want your spawn points to be closer. You want control all the way up around those buildings, and none of the teams have been able to do that currently.
The point is flipped on Chimney Rock. Let's see what
TR now has the back cap on Chimney Rock. This is what we talked about might happen, and if TR can get this one, that means
seeing a 2 medic, a heavy, and a light assault though. So it's going to be hard, and we'll see if VS manage to get a quicker response time to defend the base than TR, but it's free time.
This is what TR wants. Like every time your enemy is, anytime you flip the point, that means your enemy can cap your bases, and TR is still ticking down time on that point, and VS finally managed to push back in. But that is
getting out of
36 more seconds where VS can't really do anything up on Chemical. Even if they push in and are on the point, they can't flip it.
And TR can just manage to get in a galaxy and drop on the point before anything can be done.
Yeah, and we do see more TR people dropping on beacons now. They are trying to get back in on that point now.
I'm seeing a few VS getting on the point building in Aoka. I need to manage to
but TR is close to getting in on the point. They are slowly trying to push in. I think they are touching the point now.
Oh, it's too bad because VS has like 6 people on the point in Aoka Chemical, so let's see if they manage to get...
No, but those PPA are doing God's work. They're destroying all the TR pushes that comes in. VS taking control of Chimney Rock again.
And Aoka is going to be flipped by VS right now. The point is flipping. Let's see how TR reacts. We already have a few people streaming out of that bridge and trying to get back control of the double doors, but VS is there. I'm seeing a lot of people asking for daytime on the...
Yeah, that we will need one of the referees to fix that.
We'll see if that...
we see VS set up now. TR is trying to push over the bridge. They're pushing in through double doors. They have taken control of the first room. But VS is still set up on the point. I wonder where the rest of the VS are. They should have all their people here now. They got the point. It is flipping down.
But I'm seeing TR around the base and only VS inside, so... Oh wait, that Sandy is not manned. But
you see a few more VS people pushing over the bridges, but still Not enough. Where is the rest of the VS? They should have them inside. You think TR is pushed? Yeah, TR is pushed back in. They have taken control back off the point on Hyper Chemical.
VS doesn't have a lot of spawn option, I think. Let's check the bridge, but yep, they have Sundays on the bridge, but that's a slow stream of infantry coming out and not really good enough for them to maintain a solid push. People coming one by one is not a good infantry push. We are seeing another pop of TR on the chimney rock, so they might have the base, the point, but there's still 30 seconds left before they can capture chimney rock again.
Yeah, again, we see the team stagnating when they try to attack Chemical. Both teams seems to have problems with their transitioning to the other bases, which is really the thing in LaneSmash. Like that is what you train. You want to get those transitions pushing,
VS pushing
working
the
proper.
point.
VS is pushing with Maxes now. They are pushing in. They have taken control.
The point is going to flip, and it's back to TR, but is Chimney Rock flipping out? I'm seeing almost a squad on Chimney Rock on the population
But
map.
VS is touching the point again.
Oh, and someone trying to slash suicide on the Yell chat, but it's not working. The VS has the point back on Ayoka. TR...
No, but TR flipped on Chimney Rock.
Oh god, the point is showing flip, but it's not.
Right on time for TR. That was
really
in the last
close.
few
Like,
seconds that they actually flipped that, and TR is now setting up
they are
proper on Chimney
on
Rock.
The point. I need to stop using the same one like 3 times in a row. But we have seeing TR getting on the point, and probably have a Sunday around the rocks on the base. So
that was in the last second for TR. They actually managed to flip that. They managed to flip that point. VS just a second too late to get the point back, and TR just
the PPA
pushing on for that. Now TR needs to get set up inside. Those PPA sites are back, trying to low down to get the TR people back in.
Tonguebuster is doing a good job. However, the Liberator also died, so the VS is pushing from this time because it's not the same thing as the start of the round.
TR now going for everyone inside, get the maxes. All right, let's see how VS will attack this one.
More Thunderers coming
TR Michael with a Thunderer trying to push it up on the side, getting TR that's much needed force multiplier help.
We're seeing VS desperately trying to get a light assault to C4 that corner with a lot of the maxis and the infantry, but I don't think that's going to work for them.
Thunder is being destroyed there. VS trying to find their way back in. I think they're frustrated. I think they thought they had that point up at Hero Chemical, but TR just a little bit too quick.
A lot less vehicles because we're not seeing. Oh, mosquitoes! I'm inside the building, so I don't know what's going on. But I'm seeing mosquitoes fight for the surrounding of the base and the problem.
And we see TR's regained air control after VS seems to have it for quite a while there.
That's going to be much harder job for VS to attack now.
VS pulled the Skyguard. They are pulling some Thunderers as well.
An anti-air Thunderers, I think, on the back of the base. Yep, that's a Walker Sunday. So VS has a Mag Raider shooting inside, but 2 Mag Raiders, Thunderers, they are doing everything they can to recapture. But it's 1 minute 40 until the capture. TR is doing a pretty good job right now, and I don't think they will manage to get.
Now this is gonna be hard for the VS to push in.
Not a lot of TRs alive inside the point.
Oh, and the C4 VS managed to push in with some good C4. VS retaking the point there.
There is still 17 minutes in the match, and that base can be captured a lot of times. So it will be really interesting to see. TR is killing. Yeah, the mosquitoes are still there, but they were not here to kill the infantry coming on the.
VS now has to control this point for 2 minutes, whereas TR not. Alright, let's regroup. Let's do another push. But they seem to all regroup around these Thunderers outside and trying to foot circuit inside.
Well, there seems to be a pretty good battle for the control of the forest near the base. So that's where the Thunderers are, and that's where TR is preparing to push. They don't seem to have a strong unified push, however, and there are still Migrators potentially welcoming them. Oh, the Thunderers are dead. The Migrators are dead. And TR is starting to push. Does VS have a strong presence on the point? I'm seeing 2 maxes and little bit of infantry, but that's like an engineer and 2 maxis. TR can push that point right now. A few C4 and that's good. Engine is dead.
Yeah, TR is trying to push their way back into the point. They are bringing some more maxes, but they do have to take that long walk all the way
TR
around.
is pushing from all sides right now with infantry. Maybe they have a Thunderers on the other. No, it's a beacon on the. Oh no,
No,
they
they
have
do have a
Thunderers on
Thunder
both
on the
sides.
hills there as well. TR taking control of point again now.
And they have two. No, it's a 3-minute 40 capture now. 2 minutes 36. I need to work on my math game. The max on the point is not dying though, but the point is flipped because maxis are not there to capture points. He's about to die. Yep, pistol death. Oh, all the maxis are so low in life, but they are all dead right now. And one medic can resurrect those maxis dead. Come on, have one medic, one medic. So many lives wasted. No medics. Harasser back from VS here. The real battle is in the forest because whoever controls the forest control the Thunderers to respawn for the attackers.
VS has tried to repull some air to get control of that again because that seems to work well for them. But TR is all over that. As soon as they see them, they're just gonna be hammered down. This is gonna be an all infantry battle, and TR is right now taking control of the point again.
Yep. VS is pushing, but there is more and more TR on the point, but mostly heavies and maxes. I'm not seeing any medic. I don't know how VS is working. TR is making it work, but oh, the medics and grenade. And VS doesn't seem to have a good push right now. They seem to have only a few maxes on the doors, but they are only slowly pushing from the spawn room. And I don't know, this TR still have Thunderers. No, it's
VS pushing in one by one. That's not gonna work for you guys. You need to group up and do a combined push as you did the last time. We see 4 or 5 VS pushing through the rocks there. Few people on the front. Is it gonna be enough? I'm not sure. There's 1 minute left on the point for TR now.
Yeah, VS doesn't seem to have a big push ready right now. They have mag radios now to shoot a bit inside. But
11 minutes remaining. 11 minutes remaining.
Oh, that's really hard.
When that Liberator is back there, he's shelling inside. VS is trying to find their way in, but TR is stuck in very well.
That corner is so much, has so many maxis and people on it. And the Magrider is trying desperately to get kills. The oh no, I'm seeing a Harasser trying to kill the Magriders. I was about to say that the VS had a pretty strong control of the surrounding of the building, but right now that Magrider is dying. Oh, another one there. Yeah, oh.
20 seconds left on the timer. VS trying to with their final push now, but TR has a lot of people inside. They have got a lot of maxes, and they are not killed.
That is probably the game right
seconds.
now. That point is what is making PTSD go ahead, and it's only 5 seconds from being captured. Point is not flipping, and PTSD
that is gotta be a cap
now.
of TR. PTSD now with a 2-1 lead. This is
let's get on to my Skylands now and watch if the point is being flipped or not. I'm seeing only TR on Tumas Skylands. Maybe
I am seeing TR on Tumas.
The point is flipping on Tumas Skylands. Oh my god, PTSD is on fire.
And you do have a Thunder Park, PTSD, and they even pushing
the
maxes on.
already there. PTSD is cooking the VS.
They are taking down the timer. VS still not that many VS on the point. Oh, now they're really pushing in.
Oh my god, they are going to have a warm welcome with those maxis. Let's see how the TR is set up on defense.
And the TR air is coming up. We do see those Banshee Mossies coming. Where is the VS air? Nowhere to be seen right now.
Oh, the TR is set up on the balcony and the gun deck. The point is flipping back though. The battle is pretty even actually. There's a lot of VS running around, but TR still has control of the balcony. Still not a lot of people inside the building.
TR is taking control of the point again. VS struggling to find their way in, and with TR with their air dominance right now, it's gonna be hard for them. Let's see where are these people going.
Oh, the TR seems to have a bit more people back in the point, including one max.
Yeah, but we see 4 or 5 TR Musties are making their way over to Tumas Skylands.
Banshee go brrr because the Banshees are there and they are killing all everything And the VS is trying to push. That Max did not do anything. I hope that Medic managed to revive him, but the bunches are here and they are doing a pretty good job on cleaning up that VS push. And it's already 2 minutes 40 left to capture the base, and with a minute left, that might be the last attack of the last struggle between both teams, because I don't think neither Tumas nor Chinook will be able to be captured with only 8 minutes left. I mean, it's possible right now, but this would be like really short.
If TR can manage to do just as good as transition that they just did for Tumas Skylands, it's technically possible for them to get the tech plant, but they need to be straight on the point when it happens.
I'm afraid they cannot capture tech plant because I think it's a 6-minute timer and there's only less than 2 minutes left. So with 2 minutes left on Tumas,
completely correct there.
It's the last base that PTSD can capture, but that would make them in a pretty solid lead with 3-1. So, I mean, PTSD has been convincing in that second round. Like, they struggle on the first capture, but they really did a good job.
PTSD struggled for quite a while there, and I was really thinking VS had it there. They got back on Hayoka, were ready on the point, but PTSD just had that one. They had that 1 second. That's all they needed, and they flipped on Chimney Rock again. And then it's just been TR trampling down. They got the point. Now they're going for Tumas Skylands as well. I mean, TR really managed to turn it around, even though we thought VS had a good grip on the second half here.
They did,
but they just needed that 1 second, and then they turned it.
They did really good precaps after precaps, like with a few seconds left both time, I think. They managed to get a precap on the bases and get a capture, at least one capture and one which is going on. And there's only 1 minute left, and VS is not even close to the doors. I'm seeing the maxes, but that's not going to be enough for now. Like, the TR is as many angles to shoot at them. They have pretty good control of the roofs, and oh, those maxes are alone. The Magraders and the PPA site are here, so the TR has less control of the roofs right now, but I don't think that's going to be enough.
VS has regained some air control, but I don't think it will be enough. We see a lot of TR inside around the point, and VS infantry scrambling in one by one.
They are inside, and they have people near the point, but they are getting killed. The maxis are pretty far away from the point, so 15 seconds left. VS is really close to the point, but can they do it in the 10 last seconds? The Latias need to get on the point right now. Like, I don't know what they are doing trying to get killed. Like, they need bodies on the ground right now, and yep, PTSD has done it. Like, they managed to capture the base. And how many timer is left? Like, there's 5 minutes, so the only thing PTSD need to do is hold for a minute.
They now need to just defend Tumas Skylands. They cannot allow VS to recap.
They only have to do it for a minute.
On the point though.
That's 3-1 for PTSD right now. Oh, and I'm not seeing any VS presence on the map right now. Like, they have been wiped out. They don't have any spawn room, and maybe the TR can get a cap on Tumas Skylands just to secure the Tumas attack run, just to secure Tumas Skylands right here. That would be the best defense they can have. But I'm seeing a lot of VS redeploying to Tumas Skylands, and I don't think they can get a... Like, they have 30 seconds left to get a capture back on Tumas Skylands.
Yes, so. And they have no good spawn points all around. They either have to rely on their beacons or...
TR is dropping with beacons on the tech plants. But I think the VS is using the glory hole to get in defense as soon as possible. I'm not seeing Tumas Skylands being flipped, and TR is flipping the tech plant. They are trying to do it. They are trying to beat the Time Lord and capture the tech plant. And there's only 4 minutes and 6 seconds left, so I think it's pretty safe to say that PTSD is winning that match 3-1. But now we
4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes.
We have it 4 minutes remaining. Tech plant is flipped. VS do not have time to even capture Tumas Skylands after this. This is going to be a 3-1 win from PTSD. Really nice comeback from PTSD in the second round, but also really good opening from the VS. They did have the grip on the match from there. They did get the first point, making it 1-1, and they were hard on Hero Chemical. They just slipped up for 1 second. That's all what TR needed to just get that flip on Chimney Rock.
3 minutes and 30 seconds
really
remaining
stepped
in the
up their game.
that's over, and VS is on the point trying to kill the TR pushing, but it's over, and it was a really interesting match. Like, I'm happy it was that good and that tense to the first match for the tournament. The teams were pretty even, and we've seen good things from both teams. I think PTSD had the overall a good strategy game on the first round, and they did an excellent pre-cap job on the second round that make them deserve their wins in both rounds. But the VS, as they fought back, like it was not an easy thing for PTSD to get those captures.
No, it comes down to that 1 second where VS was not fast enough to push in on Chemical. If they pushed in 1 second before and get the flip on the timer there, it would have gone the complete other way. We could have seen it 3-1 to VS now. This was a very, very equal match. PTSD just came out on top with just being prepared for that back cap when they actually had the chance.
Exactly, like the pre-cap game on the two captures, like the Chimney Rock one and the Thomas Skylines one were really good. Like they did a good job in defending Aoka Chemical and then moving back to old Chimney Rock. That was a really good one, like a second close one. So they did a good job on that one. So GG to both teams. I think at some point when the match is over, we're going to see the team captains for an interview.
Yes, I do think we will see after the match is completely over. It'll be a few minutes, and then the team captains will join us for a short
Oh, and I'm not seeing
post-match
any
interview.
VS. So yep, I think that's how it's going to work for us. We are going to have a nice interview. I think both the team captains will probably have a lot of things to say about the match because it was a really interesting one.
Most definitely, and I think both teams can at least take something positive out of this. VS really managing to turn it around after being pretty locked down in the first round.
Yep. And they had a strong air game. Like they did manage to get control of the air at several points, and it mattered a lot, especially in the start of the second one with the sights and the anti-air vehicle and the liberators managing to get control of the surrounding of the base. For them, that landed their point of for the match. So it was a really good job of them, and the vehicles were also back and switch. Back and forth with the control of the surrounding of the bases at both times in Aoka Chemical and Chimney Rock. So they have a lot of things to work on, but they did a really good job fighting back on several occasions. Like they only lost 2 points because of the pre-cut game and only being faster in the logistics side of the game. Outside of that, they
30
did
seconds.
good infantry holds and retaking the base, the point building at several times. So I think they were just quicker at
20.
capturing. They could do a really good job, and they could face PTSD and win another match.
Oh, definitely another lane. This might have gone completely different. There
10,
are 7 lanes in
9,
this tournament,
8,
and
7,
all of them
6,
have different
5,
ways of attacking.
4, 3, 2, 1. End of match. End of match. PTSD wins 3-1.
Yep, that's the end of the match, the official one. We are going to see if the team captains are ready. They probably are going to have a bunch of time before, like, let them breathe a bit before we are asking them a lot of questions. I don't actually who's the team captain for AFSX is.
So the team captain for AFSX is C. Shay, and the team captain for PTSD is Senior Brother Row.
Yep. So
See, we have some stats here. We have TR with a total of 819 kills, and BS with a total of 746 kills. BS actually
Team
had the
captains,
most
please hop up to casters
the
or
most
to waiting
kills in
for
the
interview
second
when
round,
ready
whereas
for the
TR
interview.
had it in the first round. That is very interesting.
User joined your channel.
all right. Here's a
Hello.
hello. Congratulations. We're going to wait a bit for the others team captains to show up.
Okay.
Well, very interesting as we see the actual infantry kills swapped around from first to second round. In the first round, we saw TR having the most infantry kills, whereas in the second round, we see VS having the most infantry kills.
Oh, interesting. Like again, I would not have said that. I would have said that Tier got probably got a lot of kills, but it's only infantry versus infantry kill, right?
Now, I think it's kills in total.
Oh, okay. So
Insufficient
the
permissions.
anti-vehicle, the anti-infantry vehicle is
Insufficient permissions.
what's working? Interviewee. Ooh.
Have some more
User
stats
joined
here.
your channel.
Yep, that should be good for you, Senior Buru.
Yep,
I
that does it.
think someone is trying to find out what the ASFX leader is. So I've butchered their tag on the overlay apparently.
Yeah, but while we wait, GG from PTSD. That was a good turnaround
GG.
from you guys in the second round there.
Amazing, man. We are proud of ourselves, not to brag, but it's the first time we had to actually counter push someone, and it went pretty much without a hitch. In 2 waves, we got it. I'm surprised. Like, I'm totally happy with that.
That was a really tense match for me. Like it's probably the most tense match of LaneSmash I've seen I've
You
casted
must
so far.
hear our comms, man. That was
Actually,
It was deafening.
when we look through some stats here, we see VS actually managed to destroy a lot more vehicles than TR did, but they also, I think TR also pulled a lot more vehicles than VS did. We have a total of 25 Sunders destroyed from the VS side, whereas TR only destroyed 8.
That was on Chimney, the counter push on Chimney. We put like 10 Sunnies on that just to get constant deployment on the hard spawns on the map. But yeah, their tankers were really well done. Like we got outplayed on that lane, on that aspect.
From the pilots, their ASFX's pilots were pretty good. Pretty good.
User was moved to your channel.
There we have the team captain from ASFX. Hello there, Shay. GG to you.
User was moved to your
Hey,
channel.
we should have everyone here.
GG, man.
GG.
So let
User
me ask
joined your
the first
channel.
question. What did you think about the match and how tense it was, and like those precaps in the last round? They really sealed the game for me. What do you think about it? The PTSD team first, maybe.
Der Cedric, you want
PTSD.
or should I?
Nicht uns.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
You're
thank you.
also silent.
No worries. Yeah, our backcap game is improving match by match, I would say. The roles become more fluent. No one is stuck in a specific role, and everyone does their part however they can. And yeah, the backcaps were on point today. That was the
User
aspect
joined your
that
channel.
saved our heights. The pushes from AFSX were really tough, and
User left your
if we had
channel.
dilly-dallied on the backcaps, then they would probably have overwhelmed us.
Yeah, and from AFX, how did you guys see this match today?
Michel,
At
your
first, it was a good match, but we were completely out of quantity. When we pulled, in my eyes, PTSD just chain pulled everything we pulled because we were massively underpopped in everything. At first, when we got vehicles, when we got tanks, PTSD has like the double amount of our tanks, but no infantry. If we pull air, they have the double amount of air, but then again, no infantry and no tanks. And if we pull 3 maxes, they have 6. In my eyes, that was the biggest thing and our biggest problem, that we were constantly, completely outpopped. In my eyes, because also I can't understand how you people still have resources, but if you say everyone does everything, that makes sense because we have our roles set. We have infantry, then we have the air people, and then we have the tank people. And if the tank people get killed 2 times with MPTs, you know, they do not have resources. That was also a big problem because our air and tanks run out of resources pretty fast when they got wiped by the sheer amount of enemies.
Yeah, it's the same problem for us when we started with our practice matches. We slowly came to the decision who does what and when. It's a learning process. But you have that down and just need to watch your resource management, I guess, then.
Yeah, the problem
We saw
is...
in the first round both of you really stagnating around Heyoka Chemical, and it also happened a bit in the second round. What went through your minds there from both of your teams, like for PTSD in the first round, like when you just stagnated on Heyoka
Everything
Chemical?
is planned. No, it was our strategy to stagnate and dominate the air completely, and after that send the air to kill the ground targets. get them together to push with our vehicles and lock down AFSX from any kind of spawn option. And I think we did that pretty well in the first round. And yeah, in the second round it was tougher, definitely.
Definitely. And like second round from you guys, AFSX, that last second where you push back into the point and it is flipping, but TR also flipping on chemical. What were you guys thinking there? Did you think, all right, we're getting the point now, or like were you surprised by the back cap?
You know, the thing where we pushed the point and we kept point, it was linking, but then it suddenly stopped. That was the time I screamed and hit the record button, actually. Because in my eyes, that is completely stupid that we kept the point and and it blinks and the timer is running down and half the point it stops and do nothing. In my eyes, this is completely stupid.
I can tell you that's because of the server delay. That just means that our backcapper was like 1 millisecond faster than yours, and then the server needs time to get that thing sorted.
Yeah, that was really
It's really
stupid in
frustrating
my
when
eyes.
that happens. We had that.
And
Yeah,
I
as well.
really
happened.
do not have an understanding statement for this.
Okay, we have one question from Napoleon on the chat, which is what was your platoon structures and how many air and vehicles did you add? Again, I assume it was fluctuating depending of the availability of resources and the need for the current fight. But how were your team structures?
Well, that's something that we're not gonna say, I guess.
Oh yeah, indeed.
OPSEC.
But can you just reveal us all your plans for the incoming matches? No, you cannot. That's sad.
We will. We can tell you, but they will not be the truth ones.
Oh, some counterintelligence is here going on. Okay.
No, but I can tell you that we have our infantry people, then we have our air people, and we have our tank people.
Okay.
Same
That's
for
what
us,
I can tell.
but the ratio is top secret.
Yes.
All right, I think that we're gonna cut the interview here, or what, Maudi?
I think, yeah, unless you have more question, I don't think the chat has more question either. So I think we're good. Good for us. I think both teams can celebrate because it was a really good match. And I think both teams have a lot to learn and work on. But congratulations again to both of you because it was a really tense match. And I think we both of us, all of us, look forward to seeing you playing in the incoming matches next weekend. I think I'm not sure if everyone is playing next weekend, but I'm looking for both teams to play again and see how everything worked out for you.
Yeah, our next match will be tough. It's against the RSPC guys.
Oh,
Yikes!
Oh,
I'm not biased at all, but
yeah,
good luck.
no, we know what we get into. That will be the top fight in our bracket, I suppose. That will be very interesting. And on the lane without a neutral base, nonetheless, it's always frustrating as hell.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I don't want to change with you, so it's okay.
Yeah, you will come into that pleasure as well. So
So yeah,
they
with,
should
with
have
that,
been in A
GG,
bracket.
both teams. Definitely looking forward to see you guys progress in the tournament. We do still have a lot of matches left.
yes.
All right, Mousy.
Yep. I'm going to close the stream here. So again, thanks to all of you. We have 134 players, people on the stream right now. So thank
Nice.
all of you for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback, go for it, either in the chat or on the Discord if you can. If you're on the Discord with one of us. So again, thank you everyone, both teams, referees, and viewers and organizers. And see you in the next match, which I think is. Very early in the morning for most of us, but I think it's like 3 in the morning tomorrow. Let me check the actual match. It is in the C group and it's 9-3 OP versus
And that is at
YJ7.
1300 UTC.
Okay, 1300, so it's like middle of the day for us.
Yeah.
Okay, it's showing 3 p.m. and oh yes. Okay, never mind.
Thanks for casting.
It
And
was
thank
a
you for
pleasure.
fighting us, ASFX.
AFSX, yeah.
GG.